Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope y'all are doing great today. Today we're going to be doing some painting. I am terrified, but we're going to do it. So I got assortment of brushes. I got these, and then I had got these from the Walmart a couple of weeks ago. May, so it was reduced to May 8th, I believe. And we're going to use that, and we're going to use some Q-tips, and it's a lot of the camera's trying to find something to focus on. I do apologize for that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk this through. I need some white paint because I could not find my smaller canvases. So today I have some errands to run. I had got glasses and they're blurry. I don't know if I told y'all that yesterday. I think I did, but they're blurry and I can't see. So my insurance company, well, the optometry people called me back and was like, just bring them up and blah 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 blah. And I was like, I don't need an appointment. They was like, no, just walk in, go through the optical shop where you got the glasses from. Because I guess maybe they can do something. I don't know. And then just gonna pour this out. We're gonna need a little bit of this. Um, I was gonna try and do my Bob Ross voice and say all the stuff that he said, but I was like, no one can be Bob Ross, honey. No one. This is Apple Barrel Gloss Indoor Real Green. This is some old paint, y'all. It has copyright date. This is wrong. 2009. I mean 1999. I don't think that's the right day because this is 98 and I bought this recently. So this is probably when it was first created, but it doesn't say like when the lot. I don't know. But anyway, yep, I got this in from the thrift store. It was a big bag of paints and it was like $2, $2 or $3, something very inexpensive. I was like, ooh, yeah, let's try that. So I'm just putting these paints down. I shouldn't, but I am gonna put them down. Just don't want to come out. There we go. Now this is a little bit lighter. This is called New Shamrock. I guess old Shamrock wasn't doing the job. And I think I'll just leave this here. Also, I got this blue from Michaels for 50 cents. This is better than this. And I got the brown one recently from Walmart for 58 cents. This is 4 ounces. This is two. I'm not an artist when it comes to painting and stuff like that, but I was like, that's a great deal for people that like to dabble. I'm trying to take this thing off. The plastic, I do apologize. All right, so I do want some of the white and blue to intermingle a little bit. So what I'm going to do, now everything I'm going to teach y'all is just about being relaxed and having a good time because I'm not teaching you anything today. I don't have nothing to teach, okay? I'm gonna take some of that white right here and this blue, and I'm going to uh, mix it up. I want the blue to be a little bit lighter. This blue is called bright blue, and I believe it. So let me put this to the side. And what we're going to do is we're going to just paint across. Now, this has some give in it. Today, when I go out, I will get the flat ones. That way, my son and I can actually do some painting together. So, in my head, what are we doing? In my head, a simple project. We're actually going to change it from from landscape to portrait once I paint it. This over here, I have some little palettes, y'all. I really do, because I think that I know how to paint when I really don't. Let me tell you. Ask me where they at. Go ahead. No, don't waste your time because you're gonna be like, really. And I always buy them in the bag somewhere. That's where they are. I am the bag queen. Okay, plastic bag queen over here. I'm not proud of it. I should even give it a royal title of queen because I was going through something yesterday and I was like, ooh, I need this. Couldn't find it. Could not find it. I'll find it next week. So I'm trying to keep my lines one way versus going a different way. So now I'm going to take the same brush. This is our covering brush, and I'm going to take this green and this blue, a little bit of this white. We're using just a hefty plate, and I don't really like using my hefty plates because they cost more than the store brand plates. They're not. Oh crud! Yeah, we need to do it this way. You know what? Maybe we'll just do it this way. Ooh, ooh, a night sky, huh? That's not the goal. I need to grab that new shamrock because I don't need the other color. It's too dark. I believe I have watched more art type videos than I need to watch to be able to paint what I'm painting. And by that I mean I've watched people talk about blending and doing certain things. And let me tell y'all, I don't know how to paint. I have no clue. I just it is something about painting that makes me feel so happy. I don't know if the end result makes me feel happy because at the end it's just like, ugh, you put lines on, and I don't get me wrong, we all got to start somewhere. I don't plan on being an artist of paint. I plan on being a mess maker of paint. I plan on just playing around and doing whatever I want to do. And if something comes out really nicely at some point, yay me. What I really want to try to do is draw, though. I really want to draw images and go from there. I would love to be able to draw a few images. My mom used to draw this one lady so well. It's like she would draw like the back of this lady. Um, I loved when she drew that. I don't know what about that just made me so happy, but seeing her draw that just it was pleasurable. I don't even know how to explain it other than that. All right, so now we're gonna go back in. Look like we're in a swamp, don't it? We can always use that to our advantage. I'm gonna come back over here on this side. Not that it's needed to be defined as sides or not. And this is gonna be not one take, but no drying time, if that makes sense. So I want to make sure I do it right for me, for me the first time. So I want to make sure I get all the edges. I do have on some parchment paper on my desk because someone has been living very bold lately, not putting any type of protection on her work surface on that little mat. And that little mat, it took me a while to find that particular mat and color. And then one day Walmart, I think I got it from Walmart. Walmart just had it. I was like, Walmart, where you been? Where have you been? All right. You can see some of the streaks of white being picked up, and I'm okay with that. Can you guess what we're getting ready to draw or paint? I bet I know that you think that we're going to do the ocean, don't you? I bet that's what you're thinking. You're like, oh, she about to try and draw a boat or something. If you're guessing that, I am sad to tell you that is not what's going on. Not today, at least. Let's go ahead and get these down like this. I'm just going to go ahead and get my hands messy. Happy accidents, right? I don't think we're going to actually have any happy accidents. If I have any accidents today, they're going to be very sad face accidents. Sad face accidents that will cause me to laugh at it later, but not while it's happening. Those kind of accidents. And we're just painting the edges because why not? I need to do that. And once they dry and they look crusty, that's okay. At least I'll know I did it. I've been on a nostalgia 1980s, late 80s, early 90s listening session. Usually in the morning time, I'll listen to a few songs just to let me know everything's gonna be okay. And usually it's Whitney Houston. Usually it's Whitney Houston. The last couple of days, it has not been Miss Whitney by herself. I have been listening to other stuff as well, and I hope that she understands. I mean, I think she does, but you know, all right. Let's pull this green. Swart. I purchased some palette paper from the Dollar Tree. What's today? Wednesday, Monday, I believe, 2025. Um, and I'm looking forward to using that. All right. All right, I hope that y'all enjoyed this. We're done. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Please don't. I'm just joking. All right. There we go. I think I got all the coverage that I need. Now I'm going to stick this in here. I put too much water in here, as you can see. That doesn't make me happy. All right, so now what I'm going to do is get my thinner brush, this dude right here. And I have chocolate bar. I bought this in the color red and another color for my son's volcano in May 2025. And then I just took some red and orange and I think a little bit of yellow and mixed it together because the volcano that he was doing is Kilauea, Mount Kilauea in Hawaii. And it at the time, I'm not sure now because I don't have to do any more research. At the time, it was an active volcano. I think it still is. It's one of the most active volcanoes in the world. So, and I'm gonna put this right here. Um, Looks like a nice ice cream that's dripping down your arm and melting. And then we're gonna use this black. I'm gonna do a drop or two, one drop I think. Oh, that's good. That's probably too much. All right. Look like some pudding. I don't really care for pudding that much, but I'll eat it from time to time. Ice cream is way better to me than pudding. All right, so we're gonna wipe some of this off. Now listen, I am not a professional. I'm not even pretending to be one on TV. Okay? I knew that was gonna happen because it's still wet. And this is acrylic. This is not like it's fancy, fancy paint. So let's see. I'm gonna put this brush right here, and I need another brush. Is this one gonna do? This one might work. You want to know why I painted the canvas? I painted the canvas because it was already something drawn on the canvas, and we didn't need that. Well, I didn't want it actually. We will be fine. It will be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. So much dry. I don't have that kind of time though to let it dry. I did that before when I was doing a wood, that little wood rocking horse that I had got from AC Moore. Not sure if y'all remember. I had did that, and I used hot a heat gun, and the glue and stuff started melting, and I just didn't enjoy the project after that. It was a fun project to do, don't get me wrong, but it was not. I'm trying to do this with no lines as well, just so y'all know. Because I could have probably taken my black and did a little bit of line work on it to define a few things. But I thought we would try a pouncing technique. And this is why I want to do it landscape, I mean portrait. But this will be fine. So what do y'all have planned for this week? What's going on in your life? I am attempting to just keep going, y'all. Keep being happy. Keep hanging out with y'all every day. Now, I would like to know, let me know how you feel about this. Would you prefer that we do live stream every Tuesday and then you'll get a video when you get a video? Or do you enjoy the daily? Would you prefer like you wake up to a daily video? Or whenever, if you're at work or something, if you're working and you get a lunch break and you're like, oh, she got a video, versus you missing a live stream on Tuesdays. I'm not saying I'm going to completely, whatever you decide, whatever you give me your comments on, I'll take those into consideration. Not saying I'm going to stop doing the lives, I'm just not doing them currently. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to take this. I think one is missing. That's why it's not, it was $2 and something. So the question is, would you prefer a video every day? I try to keep them under an hour, but on certain days I like to do a little bit longer video format because, usually the live streams are up to 2 hours. So sometimes I may be feeling like being chatty Cathy, and then other times not so much. Now what I'm doing is take this little sponge. This is a half-inch sponge. I'm going to take these two colors and pounce. And all I'm doing is just turning my hand. Picked up a little bit of brown, but I expected that because one, we're doing wet on wet on wet on wet on wet on wet, and that's why I was saying we gonna channel Mr. Ross because that's how he did his paintings. But I'm sure in the studio, besides ventilation, they probably had good lighting. They had good, he probably used top of the line paint, not a random assortment of $100 paint to convey his message. And he was an artist, and he was, trained, taught. I watched the documentary, some of the documentary that they had came out with last year. Was it last year or 2023? Maybe it was 2023. His son had did a documentary, or someone had got with his son to do a documentary. And I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, usually documentaries are one-sided. If you ever noticed that, it's always like, I need to convey this message to you about this thing, right? It's never like, these are the facts and you decide. It's more so, this is what's going on in my life. I want you to know about it because I don't think that it's right. It's not fair. It's not. good, and these are the people that are doing it. Even when we hear, I'll just yeah, I feel like all documentaries are biased documentaries, and I'm okay with that. Um, some documentaries say they are truth documentaries, but I feel like they all will semi sway you in a specific, or they'll try to sway you in a specific direction. I shouldn't have put all of the brown back up because now I want to use it again. I don't know. When I filled this water cup up, I was like, why did you make it so much? I was like, I don't know. In my head, I was like, I don't know why I just did that. And so I grabbed 2 cups. I was like, I can just pour some out. And then I was like, you know what? We're just going to still with it. We're going to go ahead and just go with the flow of it and be okay with it. So we're going to make another little tiny. Can you tell what we got? A tree. A tree. Yes, we made a tree. I know. Trees are my go tos. If you did not know that, a tree in a house. A little rectangular square house. That's what I can figure out how to do. I guess I was present enough when we were doing shapes as a young me, a young left-handed crafter, and yeah. So I'm all about trees. I can make a bird, a mean bird too. Um, I really can't draw, y'all, but I can draw a tree. I mean, you just saw me art one out, so. And I wanted to give it. We're gonna do more art projects, just so y'all know, because what I wanted to try and do is create a mixed media art format with a drawing, but that would have to probably be in 2 parts. But I did want to do some pouncing versus um, oh, what is the word? Actual line and art. I wanted my tree to be darker. It's not dark enough though. I guess I could wait till it dry and go over it, but maybe I'll mess up my pounces then. So we're gonna just stick with what we're doing. My school alarms are still on. I turned them off one time, like before I got, or before they started updating the phones. The feature says, "Would you like to turn? You could turn off the timer and come back another, have it start automatically at a specific time." But this new or update doesn't do that like that. So now I'm going to take this brush, dip it into this section over here, wipe some of it off, and then pounce it like that. Back to this, back here, over here. This thing is crooked. I really want to do some pours, some paint pours. But I looked up the drying time for that, and I don't know about the drying time. It says some of them to cure are very long, and then some of them to cure, some people have curing rooms, like artists that sell those. And I'm like, I'm just trying to do this for fun. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to throw a craft against the wall and see which one actually sticks for me. So I think we're done with our trees. Let's make some grass real quick. I'm just taking the edge and going up. I can also do grass really well if you haven't noticed. I love making grass. I hope y'all are okay with my comedy today. I don't know. I feel very jovial today, even though I have so much to do. I have to go to the eye clinic. Um, I need to run to the Best Buy. My headset is broken. And then I gotta run to the store. I need to get a few, just adulting, regular adulting, nothing major, but it's a few things I need to get accomplished sooner rather than later. So now I'm just going back over with a few sh- pokes of white. And the way you make grass, I just do them like in little V. All right, so I'm gonna drop that in there. And now I got these Q-tips. If you're curious about the Q-tips, so am I. No, I'm not. I wanted to do some apples, and this is from Joanne Fabric. It's called Satin Top Notch. I'm not sure who or where the brand will go if the brand is a different one, because like Love Nicole was, I believe that was AC Moore's brand, so I'm not sure if they went somewhere else and if they rebranded. And I'm gonna do one for now. Let's see. No, that's not gonna work because it's still wet, ma'am. I know. All right, that worked. That worked as well. So I'm getting a big dab of glue. I mean paint, like that. I don't know which tree it's on, but it's gonna fall soon. I can tell you that. Do you paint? If so, what do you paint? I don't paint. We are dabbling in unknown territory right now, okay? That is what we're doing. I love it though. I just don't know how to do it. And I don't know if I really want to invest enough time and energy into learning how to paint for real versus, because I think that if I learned how to paint, I might be too serious. And no one wants a serious painter, do they? I don't. I think that's enough. So we had too much paint for the red. I don't really care to waste the paint because I feel like at some point maybe I will do better and then I'll be upset with myself because I wasted it. So let's try to find a few more spots. I mean, I guess this is a healthy apple tree, right? It's in an orchard. It's in a little apple orchard that's amazing, yeah, amazing. All right. Now, we don't need to say that. I want to do some clouds, and I thought we could use the same type sponge. This is 3/4, and we could just use this blue that we had left over that's runny. You just need to make sure it's all on the bottom. I should have dipped it in the water first, but I didn't. And now we're just going to do that. Yep, I believe that's it, y'all. I can't really pick it up, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't know how you feel about this painting, but I love it. I love it. It came out way better than I wanted it to come out. I wanted to have a landscape tree, so we'll probably go back and revisit that in another time, not in a minute, another time. And if you had something that you could do with this, that would be great. I don't have another canvas. I have a huge canvas, so today I'm going to go and get those little small, tiny canvases. I don't get them from the Dollar Tree. I usually get them from like Ross or whatever because they're cheaper in bulk from Ross versus the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna make this tree a little bit more girthier in some spots because it looks barren in spots. There we go. I don't think this is too much paint to just trash. It's just a little bit, right? Yep. There we go. I'm thinking if we going to do anything else. I mean, I guess we could put some trees in the back, right? Like off in the distance that we can't see, just to use up some of this paint. But I don't want to. I don't want to mess it up. And then I get mad at myself. Those are okay. Those little trees on the side, that is fine, but no, no more. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this. I did. I want to say thank you for watching, and until next time, happy painting.